Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of Springdale Today. I'm Hazley.
And I'm Hayden Henry. We have a lot of great videos today with a package on Make-A-Wish Foundation in Springdale schools, a short history on Veterans Day, as well as a feature segment on Thanksgiving.
All of that and more now on Springdale Today.
Some nervous movements, occasionally that might be.
This week's top story is over Springdale High School and how they are getting involved with the Make-A-Wish organization to provide once-in-a-lifetime opportunities to children within the community.
Issa is 7 years old and she was born with cystic fibrosis, and she at the time was the youngest child to ever be diagnosed at Children's Hospital with it, because she was diagnosed at 4 weeks, and usually that is diagnosed much later in their childhood.
Today we had a little girl named Issa come, and we granted her wish because she has cystic fibrosis, which shortens her life expectancy. So now she gets to go to Disney World, thanks to everybody at Springdale raising money and stuff. A lot of our clubs and stuff like DECA and FBLA sold food, and just people in class would ask about donations and stuff. So it was just a whole group of kids helping this girl out, really.
Issa, your wish has been granted!
I think it was pretty neat who did it. I did my cheer and everyone said Issa. And then Disney World showed up.
First, we want to say thank you.
They are amazing.
They are amazing people. I mean, we never could have imagined
what they did
today was over the world. It's not it. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to us that it came here from the Springdale High School, that it came from the DECA team, that it came from Miss Tracy Reed. It's just an amazing feeling, overwhelming, very much love. I think that we feel a lot of love.
What an amazing story, and I know you were there, Hayden, so how about you tell us a little bit about that?
I was there personally to handle the story, and it was just really amazing to see Issa Perez. She's such a fighter, and she's so strong. She's in and out of the hospital a lot, at least 2 or 3 times a month. So just to see her go out and do this is just incredible. And how great is it for the Springdale schools and Springdale High School to show just so much support was just really incredible for me to see. Our next story is on Sona, or Symphony of Northwest Arkansas, where professional musicians taught Springdale students about music.
Sometimes it's really hard to get a 4th grader's attention, so the Sona program uses an exercise to calm their students down before they teach their lessons.
We come to each school with a group of musicians, and we work with each of the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade classes.
As for students like William Ashmore, Sona teaches them the aspects of music, how to conduct, and lessons about different terms in music.
You have fun with it and you learn a lot of things when you're doing it, like how to conduct and new words to use with music.
Sona uses music or the symphony music to help students such as the ESL and disabled students to learn the concepts in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade through music.
Which is really helpful for our ESL kids and kids that are targeted with disabilities to put everybody on the same playing field, using the arts to help teach these grade level concepts.
Sona, the Symphony of Northwest Arkansas, is partnering with 15 schools in Northwest Arkansas, including George Elementary, to teach students of how symphony and the music shows emotion, imagination, and concentration.
Sona not only helps out local schools, but they also regularly hold concerts. So for more information on the symphony and where they might be next, go to www.sonamusic.org.
Downtown Springdale has seen a resurgence of activity, and one of the reasons is the Arkansalsa Fest. SCTV had a crew out there to capture the action.
Arkansalsa Festival, bringing the community together as one, uniendo a la comunidad como uno.
We're all here because we all like the same things. That is cars, that is family, and that is our community.
Arkansalsa Fest estimates that nearly 5,000 people attended this year.
And now it's time for our Thanksgiving special. Thanksgiving has been in our culture for as long as we can remember. But what are the true origins of Thanksgiving? John Crane has the answer.
Hi, I'm John Crane, and I'll be reading to you a brief history of Thanksgiving. In September of 1620, pilgrims from Plymouth, England, fled aboard the Mayflower ship to the New World, seeking out religious freedom and new opportunities that the New World offered. After a long and brutal travel to the New World, the pilgrims landed in Massachusetts Bay. During the winter season, most of the pilgrims stayed on board the Mayflower, and many of them didn't make it to the spring season due to diseases. In March, an Abenaki Indian introduced the remaining pilgrims to Squanto, a member of the Pawtuxet tribe. Squanto taught the pilgrims how to farm, catch fish, and what plants to avoid that were deemed poisonous to humans. After a successful corn harvest, Governor William Bradford chose to hold a celebration which lasted for 3 days in November of 1621. This is what's considered the first Thanksgiving. There are no exact records that detail what food was included in the feast, but Pilgrim chronicler Edward Winslow mentioned in his journal that Bradford sent out men to hunt for animals for the feast, which included 5 deer. Fast forward to 1863, President Abraham Lincoln announces that Thanksgiving will be held on the last Thursday in November. In 1939, President Franklin D. Roosevelt chose to push the holiday back a week. This change was implemented to assist shops that were being affected by the Great Depression of 1929 to 1939. The decision was officially approved by Congress 2 years later in 1941. While the way we celebrate Thanksgiving today drastically differs from how the Pilgrims first celebrated Thanksgiving, we still come together and we're thankful for what we have, and we're thankful for the loved ones we have in our life.
Thank you, John. This week, our news team took to the streets and the halls to find out what people in the Springdale School District are thankful for. And their best gobble? Let's go to our man on the street, TJ, for more on the story.
I'm TJ Walton here at Central Junior High with
Jade Farmer.
Well, Jade, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for our veterans and my education and my family.
I am thankful for my family, for my father, for my mom, for my daddy, and for my government, for my president.
I am thankful for family, students, school, teachers, brothers, sisters.
What are you thankful for?
I am thankful for my children and their health and their happiness and all of my awesome students I have this year at Central.
I am thankful for my family, for my nationality, and for my life.
I'm thankful for my life, my family, my mom, and my freedom.
I'm most thankful for my family and my friends and my job.
I thank for my family and my life and my future.
We're thankful for family and great co-workers.
I'm thankful for, God gave me everything and my family.
All right, can I get your best gobble gobble?
Gobble, 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 gobble.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Gobble, 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 gobble,
Gobble.
Do it.
Let's go, turkey. Let's do this.
What a great story. You actually heard my gobble on there, but what you didn't hear is my co-anchor Hayes hears his gobble. So let's hear it, Hayes.
All right.
All right, that's great. We have great staff in the community to do that for us, and how fun is that? So over the next week, you're going to have some free time with your family and friends. So here's a really fun activity that you can do. Our school reporter, Gilberto, went to Walker Elementary, where they found students and taught them how to make a hand turkey.
Make the wings kind of like hands, but pointy. So I'm going to kind of curve up.
Hand turkeys only take about 5 minutes to make and look great hung up on the refrigerator.
Hayden, have you heard of the phrase rub the waddle? Well, it has been a part of Springdale folklore for many years. Here's Max Roeder reporting.
No, is this my waddle? Why would I rub my waddle? What?
No, I don't know what that is. What is it?
No, not at all. No, I haven't. No, but I'm not surprised. No.
No.
I have not.
No.
Yes.
Yes. It's supposed to bring you luck.
In Springdale, there's a folklore about rubbing the waddle on a rooster for good luck. Though some have never heard of it, it brings a smile to their face. For most, it's just something to laugh about, but it's also Springdale folklore. Walking into AQ Chicken, you notice a giant 5-foot-tall rooster. It's said that if you rub the waddles on the rooster, you'll receive good luck. The phrase, rub the waddle, was born along with Big Red. Big Red is a statue built by Keith Black and P. Ridge and was created as a way to bring smiles to families' faces when they come to AQ Chicken. The folklore says that Big Red has mystical qualities. Rubbing his waddle somehow brings good luck and just maybe fame, fortune, and happiness. So next time you are an AQ Chicken, you make the choice to rub or not to rub. For Springdale Today, I'm Max Roeder.
AQ Chicken stands for Arkansas Quality, and I would say that the rubbing the water folklore is definitely quality.
When we come back on Springdale Today, we celebrate another great November holiday with a team coverage on Veterans Day.
What's up, son? I wish that guy had a voice of a goat.
Veterans Day is celebrated in order to celebrate American troops. Although it might not be the most recognizable holiday in November, it has a rich and very important history. To learn more, we go to Hayes with the history of Veterans Day.
World War I, known at the time as the Great War, officially ended when the Treaty of Versailles was signed on June 28, 1919, in the Palace of Versailles outside the town of Versailles, France. However, fighting ceased 7 months earlier when an armistice, or temporary cessation of hostilities, between the Allied nations and Germany went into effect on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. For that reason, November 11, 1918 is generally regarded as the end of the war to end all wars. In November 1919, President Wilson proclaimed November 11th as the first commemoration of Armistice Day. An act approved May 13, 1938 made the 11th of November in each year a legal holiday, a day to be dedicated to the cause of world peace and to be thereafter celebrated known as Armistice Day. Armistice Day was primarily a day set aside to honor veterans of World War I, but in 1954, after World War II had required the greatest mobilization of sailors, soldiers, Marines, and airmen in the nation's history, and after American forces had fought aggression in Korea, the 83rd Congress, at the urging of the Veterans Service Organizations, amended the Act of 1938 by striking out the word armistice and inserting in its place the word veterans. Veterans Day was briefly moved to October 25th under the Uniform Holiday Bill, but was moved back to its original date of November 11th. Veterans Day continues to be observed on November 11th, regardless of what day of the week on which it falls. The restoration of Veterans Day to November 11th not only preserves the historical significance of the date, but also focuses attention on the important purpose of Veterans Day, a celebration to honor America's veterans for their patriotism, love of country, and willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good.
One of the most notable Veterans Day moments in Northwest Arkansas was when Crystal Bridges opened on 11/11/11 at 11:11 a.m.
Springdale schools are well known for celebrating Veterans Day. Jefferson Gideon and Patterson Avon went to T.G. Smith to showcase their Veterans Day assembly.
T.G. Smith Elementary had an assembly that honors the veterans. The assembly included teachers, students, veterans, and Cub Scouts from Pac 29. For Cub Scout leader Brett West, it was good to see veterans who risked their lives for our country all together and being recognized for their service.
It's like a day that we can all celebrate for since of the veterans coming together and fighting for our country.
But for Battle Force Commander Bill Bradley, it reminds him why he joined and the experiences he's had in the military.
Our country needed good, strong men, and I felt like I was one of them, and that I could do some value to the country and to the people.
The assembly was packed with the students' parents and the veterans' family, and to end the assembly, two teachers sang a special song to them.
Springdale schools all around the district pitched in to honor Veterans Day through various different assemblies. We encourage you guys to go to our Springdale Schools YouTube channel, where you search Springdale Schools in the search bar and look on our main menu and look for playlist. Under that, there will be a new category called Veterans Day, where you can choose any of our Veterans Day assemblies from HAR-BER High School, Central Junior High School, Monitor, Springdale High School, HARP, and more.
When we come back, we have our News Around the District segment and our high school features. Stay tuned.
The School of Innovation, giving students the opportunity to mold their education and be the voice of their future. Student-led conferences not only give students the power to create their own goals, but surpass them. No matter what your goals are, the School of Innovation will be there to help achieve them. Whether it's to become a doctor or an engineer, the School of Innovation aids students throughout their future plan.
Welcome back to Springdale Today. Let's get right into our next segment, News Around the District.
Dr. Julia Knifick and 4 of her University of Arkansas's anatomy rotation students visited Smith Elementary Friday morning. They shared information on the moon, the sun, the planets, and how craters were formed. All 5th graders and 4th grade members of the school's science club members and the Space Hogs are now scheduled to meet at a farm in Wheeler Friday evening to observe the planets and stars.
Students from Hart, Bayari, Hunt, Jones, and Westwood attended the Arkansas Razorback women's basketball game. The students danced and cheered and got to watch a big Razorback victory.
Monitor Elementary students visit the Springdale Senior Center for Veterans Day and performed their Veterans Day program. It was definitely a treat for both the students and those at the Senior Center.
Governor Asa Hutchinson, a Springdale High School graduate, along with Hartzell and Marcia Jones, were recently honored by the Springdale Public Schools Education Foundation for their work in the community.
That's it for our show. From all of us here at SDTV, we want to say happy Thanksgiving and enjoy your break. We leave you now with some of us from Springdale today and what we're thankful for.
I'm thankful to be in a great environment.
I'm thankful for all my friends and family that support me through everything.
I'm thankful for my friends and family.
Thankful for the family I have in my life, and I know that if I ever get in trouble, my siblings have my back always.
I'm thankful for my friends, my family, my team.
Thankful for a good life.
I'm thankful for my family and friends.
My family and friends.
I'm thankful for Trent Jones and all the opportunities he's provided me in this year.
I'm thankful for my friends, music.
I'm thankful for, God's gift of fried chicken. Thankful for my family and friends.
I'm most thankful for the opportunities our community provides. I'm thankful to have a week off to be with my family. And of course, I'm really thankful for the students in this program and the great work that they do.